Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Evening News for today, Saturday, August 10, 2024. I am Gerald Bryan. Thank you for tuning in. In the headlines, UNGA President lauds Guyana's outstanding representation of Caribbean at UN. Government supplying 1.1 million gallons of fuel to PowerShip monthly. Prime suspect in lawyer's murder dies by suicide. Government MULLS acquiring dengue vaccines from Japan. And businesses grabbing marketing opportunities at International Building Expo. Now for the news in detail. Guyana's representation of the Caribbean at various forums of the United Nations, including the Security Council and General Assembly, has been lauded by none other than the President of the United Nations General Assembly, Dennis Francis. Find out more in our lead story tonight. Fresh off his arrival in Guyana for a 3-day visit, President of the United Nations General Assembly UNGA, Dennis Francis, hosted a press conference on Saturday. Guyana is currently halfway through its first year as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. According to Francis, whose term as UNGA President is drawing to a close, Guyana has represented the Caribbean well at the Security Council. He even lauded Guyana's presidency of the Council. Guyana, through its permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Caroline Rodriguez-Burkett, held the UNSC presidency in the month of February 2024.
There's only one word to characterize it: outstanding. Guyana made us all very proud as Caribbean states in the United Nations in the way in which Permanent Representative Caroline Rodriguez-Burkett conducted herself as a member and in the presidency of the General Assembly, because the presidency rotates on a monthly basis. And so there was a month, I forget which one it was, that she was actually in the chair.
According to Francis, the strength of small island and developing states is not in their military might, but rather in their ability to put forward cogent arguments. He made it clear that Guyana did just that at the levels of the UNSC and the UNGA.
During the presidency and for the entire period she's been there, when Guyana opened its mouth, everyone listened, because what was being put forward was of such substance and depth that it could not be ignored. So we were all lifted and proud of the work that the Guyanese mission, Ambassador Burkett and her team, have done, that has made it clear to everyone that small countries have big contributions to make to international peace and security and to the debates and negotiations around these issues. We do not have arsenals in our part of the world. Our arsenals are our words.
During his time in Guyana, Francis met and had talks with President Dr. Irfaan Ali and Finance Minister Dr. Ashley Singh, among other officials. He also visited the National Agriculture and Research Extension Institute, NARI, whose work he praised. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News. The Guyana government is currently supplying over 1 million imperial gallons of fuel to the 36-megawatt PowerShip on a monthly basis. In this report, you will hear that GPL is paying approximately $33.7 million per month to transport the fuel to the PowerShip, which is docked in East Berbice, Region 6. Michael Henry reports.
During the consideration of a $32.1 billion financial paper that includes $12 billion in subsidies for the Guyana Power and Light Limited, Prime Minister Mark Phillips explained to the National Assembly on Friday that monies being sought is to cover the procurement of some 1.641 million barrels of fuel, with more than 1 million gallons going to the 36-megawatt PowerShip in Berbice.
The PowerShip, 1,125,223 imperial gallons.
Thank you, PM. Honorable Member, Mr. Patterson.
That's per month. Yes, great.
As part of the multi-million-dollar deal, GPL signed with Qatar-based Urbicon Concessions Investment, WLL, for the rental of the 36 MW PowerShip. Guyana has to provide the fuel to operate the generators on board the vessel. GPL has since retained 2 companies to transport the fuel to the location of the floating power plant in the Berbice River.
The GPL has advertised for a vessel to transport this $12 billion or this 1,125,223 imperial gallons per month. Can the Honorable Minister tell us the name of the company that, of course, won that contract and how much that is, how much you pay to transport the fuel to the power ship?
We have 2 companies that are transporting the fuel, Horizon Maritime and Ireland Trailer are the name of the 2 companies, and each company is being paid 30 Guyana dollars per gallon, right, to transport the fuel.
The power ship, which is currently docked at Everton on the east bank of Berbice, became operationalized in May and since then has been generating at full capacity.
On the power ship, sir, what is the capacity that we're getting currently and what is anticipated out of this 1,125,233?
Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to report to the House that we are paying for 36 megawatts and we're getting 36 megawatts.
Michelle Henry, The Evening News.
The National Assembly has approved the sum of $2.3 billion to settle outstanding payments due to 2 Trinidadian companies, NH International Limited and Emil Elias and Company Limited, for works conducted on parts of the Georgetown to Tamari Main Road Rehabilitation Project done nearly 30 years ago. Tricia Sobers joins us with the details.
The matter involving NH International Limited and Emily Ellis and Company Limited against the Guyana government dates back to 1995, when a $673 million contract was issued for works to be conducted on Lot 1 of the Georgetown to Tamari Main Road Rehabilitation Project. However, the Guyana government is now seeking to put the issue to bed by paying NH International and Emily Ellis the sum owed to them along with interest. According to reports, during the execution of the roadworks, disputes arose between the contractors and the government on several issues of payment, extensions of time, and additional work carried out by the contractor. On April 16, 1998, the 2 contracting companies demanded payments from the government in the sum of $517 million, being an amount certified by the engineer, but this was not paid by the government at the time. Subsequently, NH International Limited and Emily Ellis and Company Limited jointly approached the local judiciary to obtain redress following the government of Guyana's failure to pay over US $8 million along with $1.4 billion for works done. In 2017, the court ruled in favor of the contractor, but the then APNU-AFC coalition government failed to make the payments, which now with interest has accrued to US $20 million. Responding to questions from Opposition Member of Parliament David Patterson, Public Works Minister INT'L revealed that the current administration intends to finally clear the debt.
This NH Elias matter is a matter that has been around for more than 20 years. It was litigated and completed. It was litigated and completed during the tenure of the APNU-AFC. The then Attorney General in the APNU-AFC lost the case. The judgment was passed and they refused to honor the judgment. That is why the matter is being addressed here this afternoon. So as the Minister of Public Works, 2024, I'm asked to ensure that the judgment of the court is upheld and the sums paid and the interest accrued of a judgment that was a matter that was finally litigated and determined in 2019.
The $2.3 billion granted by the National Assembly on Friday to clear the debt is part of $1.6 billion approved for the Public Works Ministry under the $32.1 billion financial paper 2. Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
One day after 35-year-old attorney-at-law Richard Lane was found murdered in front of his home at Century Palm Gardens in Durban Backlands, Georgetown, his roommate, Tony Sulker, a 29-year-old police sergeant, has died by suicide. Following the discovery of Lane's body on Wednesday night, Sulker was taken into custody for questioning, but he was subsequently released on Thursday evening. A source close to the investigation confirmed that Sulker had been rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital on Friday after consuming a poisonous substance and had been there in a critical condition. According to the police, Sulker was pronounced dead at GPHC at about 21:15 hours on Friday. Lane was, on Wednesday night, found dead in his Jaguar motorcar which was parked on the bridge of his premises with the doors all locked. Police reported that the discovery was made by Sulker. A post-mortem conducted on Friday by government pathologist Dr. Nihal Singh revealed that the lawyer died as a result of a stab wound to the neck. According to the autopsy results, the wound went from left to right, and it was determined that a sharp instrument measuring at least 17 centimeters in length had been used to inflict the wound. Coming up on the other side of the break, government MULLS acquiring dengue vaccines from Japan. Please stay tuned.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Gold mining can be expensive if you don't have the right tools. Mining requires engines that can pump high volumes of water and slurry, the most tried and tested of which are DEWTZ engines. DEWTZ engines are among the most reliable in the world. Where can you get them? At your #1 industrial solutions provider, Sylvies. We have them in 2 to 6 cylinders, ranging from 23 horsepower to 80 horsepower. Most miners use DEWTZ engines because they're lightweight, use less fuel, and require less maintenance because they are air-cooled. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it to our 31 High and Hatfield Streets Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvies Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades.
Welcome back. You're watching the Evening News. Convicted prisoner Jose Awad, who escaped from the Lusignan prison on the east coast of Demerara on May the 14th last, has been recaptured. Awad, a 30-year-old from Lima Sands, Essequibo, was serving a sentence for break and enter and larceny. On Friday, a team of police ranks from the Madia police station, acting on intelligence received from the regional commander, collaborated with the CPG members of Tumatumari, El Paso, to arrest the escapee. Awad was detained at approximately 1750 hours on Friday at El Paso, Tumatumari village in Region 8. He will now be facing additional charges of escape from lawful custody and simple larceny of an unregistered motorcycle. The government of Guyana is currently exploring the possibility of procuring dengue vaccines from Japan. According to Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, the administration has already commenced talks with international partners, such as the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, to access this scarce and costly vaccine. Trisha Sobers has the details.
There's a vaccine that is manufactured in Japan, but right now global supply is very scarce because, for example, a lot of this vaccine has been bought by Brazil. And they have an immunization program where they're giving to their I think 5 to 10 years of age. They've been giving to the children in Brazil. But it's the vaccine is quite expensive, and right now it's very scarce. So the price probably has gone up too. We were looking into it, and if we get an organization like PAHO to access the vaccine through their strategic fund and make it available at a cheaper cost, then it would become more affordable to, countries in the Americas.
That was Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony speaking with reporters on the sidelines of an event earlier this week. In addition to cost and availability, Dr. Anthony explained that efficacy of dengue vaccines is currently being examined to determine its effectiveness to all the strains of the mosquito-borne virus, which include dengue V1, 2, 3, and 4.
In the Americas right now, we have all 4 variants that are circulating. So that's the challenge with the vaccine. 1, the efficacy, 2, the availability, and 3, the cost.
Minister Anthony said in the interim, the Health Ministry is focusing on prevention and early detection of dengue cases. On this point, he disclosed that works have intensified and the public health sector is testing more persons for the virus.
Last year, we probably did overall for the whole year about 26,000 tests. This year already we have completed about 29,000 tests. So we're doing more testing and we're trying to find people as early as possible. And I think with the testing that we have done, and I have to check the numbers, I think we have found about 6,000 persons who are positive, and of those, a smaller fraction would have gone into a hospital.
Trishelle Sobers, Evening News.
Offering a top-tier deal for Guyanese citizens, the Guyana Bank for Trade and Industry, GBTI, has launched its latest innovation in financial services, Home Start Advantage Savings Account, which is set to make home ownership a much easier process for persons. Michelle Henry has more in this report.
Once eligible, scores of Guyanese can benefit from the Guyana Bank for Trade and Industries GBTI Home Start Advantage Savings Account. This initiative was unveiled on Friday during the ongoing International Building Expo 2024, where Minister within the Housing and Water Ministry, Susan Rodriguez, commended GBTI for advancing government's policies aimed at ensuring housing opportunities for all Guyanese.
We're just talking about one institution, how good policy can improve one institution and can show and can record incredible growth. And it's the same thing we want for every single Guyanese. If these opportunities are understood and people can respond and take advantage of all of the opportunities as a result of the investment that government is making and as a result of our policy making, everyone can have that kind of success. And that's why it's important for people to understand what the big vision is, what the goal is of the government. And we've been unwavering in that regard. And we've said repeatedly that the main focus of everything that we're doing is that every single Guyanese must prosper.
Rodriguez also pointed out the potential of the Home Start Advantage savings account to help customers develop the discipline necessary to save for their home.
Many times, people don't have that down payment in the time that is required. And so this facility will give them the opportunity from the moment they apply for a house lot to start saving, and will help to keep them disciplined. It's a deposit-only facility, so it helps you to be disciplined in saving for your house lot. And some people have a lot of problems with that discipline. They say, you know, I have this money now, I want to pay it now, otherwise I don't trust myself, I might spend it out. So this is an opportunity for them to get some assistance in saving, but also helps them to plan, because when they see that money in the bank growing, it will encourage them to save even more.
Meanwhile, GBTI's Chief Commercial Officer, Rawati Mohandio, spoke about the deeper significance of home ownership, describing it as more than just a financial goal.
We have designed this account with a deposit-only feature to encourage consistent savings, ensuring that our customers are well prepared when the time comes to make their payment. The benefits of this account are substantial. We're offering a 100% waiver on application fees, a 25% discount on negotiation fees, and up to $100,000 cashback once your loan is approved.
The account also offers personalized financial guidance from GBTI's team of home ownership experts, ensuring customers have the support they need to navigate the complex home buying process with confidence. Michael Henry, The Evening News.
No booths were left empty at the International Building Expo 2024 as both local and foreign companies took advantage of the opportunities to showcase their products and services during the 3-day exhibition. Michelle Henry, along with our cameraman Paul Vanfield, spoke with some of the exhibitors. Here is that story.
Dozens of businesses from near and far grabbed the opportunity that was presented by the Ministry of Housing and Water's International Building Expo 2024 to display their products and services to the thousands of patrons who visit the exhibition site at the Guyana National Stadium tarmac. The Evening News caught up with some of these exhibitors to get an inside look into what they have to offer.
We've been selling our products over here in Guyana through Atlantic Marine for quite some time now. And basically, this event that's being held over here has been tremendous. We've had so many people, so many inquiries coming in that this has really been a wonderful event for us. What the differences are between some of our products and some of our competitors. So as you can see, you can actually take a coin. You'll work away at the coin before you work away at the finish. So our products are extremely durable. Not only that, but they have a lot of elongation.
Not too far away was Trinidadian business RDK Welding and Fabricating Limited, which is looking to capitalize on the annual expo to showcase their products to potential Guyanese clients.
We are hailing from Trinidad. We are a Trinidad-based company. We are displaying on doors, security doors, windows, gate, fencing, burglar proofing. They can expect security from it. They beautify their homes, plus the security system in it is very strong and durable. It could also withstand the air, the moisture, and them kind of thing. Turned out to be alright so far. A good bit of people have been coming in and checking out the doors, and production has been good so far.
In the midst of the grand size businesses, there was the small business section where this newscast spoke with a young business owner, 20-year-old Afifa London, who is excited to be participating in her first major exhibition.
I recently just started out right before the expo, and it's been a really good thing for the business because people have been coming, they've been following the page, and I've been getting a lot more customers and so on, so it's really nice. I'm showcasing my small crochet business. Everything is completely handmade by myself. I basically want to bring back crochet fashion and make it a bit more trendy for people around my age. I'm still in school because I'm a UG student, but it's certainly an experience because everyone else is much more experienced with it than I am. So just watching everyone, the way they advertise, the way they bring in customers, and trying to like learn a bit from what I see from the other people and try to use it for the businesses is definitely a learning experience.
Meanwhile, Kingjian Group Co. Limited, QNQC, is another exhibitor at this year's Building Expo. The Chinese company has been operating in Guyana for several years, working on major projects, and has hired and trained some 200 Guyanese persons.
We came into Guyana in 2017, and we have many projects now in Guyana, especially in Georgetown, like this Pegasus Island and Marriott and warehouse and the King's Hotel. We employ many Guyanese, and I think we can work together, cooperate. About 200 Guyanese we work together and have many skills.
Michelle Henry, The Evening News.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, August 11, 2024 at 21 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 7 hours 55 on Sunday, August 11, 2024, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
Tickets for 2024 CPL games in Guyana to go on sale from Monday. This and more coming up in the Sportscast after the break.
Guys, I think I'm in love! Wow!
Yeah, I was looking at you too.
What? What are you talking about? I'm in the tiles. Where did you get them?
Oh, Mima Decor. Obviously the best tile store in Guyana. Come, let me take you there.
My kitchen, my bathroom, my floors. Mima Decor has everything. And the prices are great too.
So, yeah, I want to have a date now.
We can build on that.